Hey everybody, I've been waiting to make this video for a while. It's something that I've been eager to do because we are going to be sending in our first order to PSA to have some cards graded, and I wanted to show those cards off before sending them in, which we're going to be doing tomorrow. There's also a couple other things that I thought I'd show you today, just because I think they're neat and fit the channel well. So I stopped at GameStop and Best Buy as usual, and I was hoping GameStop would have more of the Paradox Drift promos. They didn't. Oh well, I've got quite a few already that we've listed on TCG Player, and so if you're interested in any of those, feel free to look for us on TCG Player. But while I was at GameStop, I did find something that we're going to be posting on Mercari. We've posted these before, and I was happy to find them again. So I don't know if you've seen these, but they're the Animal Crossing Tomodachi Dolls. And this is from Series 3, I guess. Yeah, Series 3. And this is Judy. We got two Judys. And we got two of the Goldies. And then we got three of the Apollos. So they're just pretty cool little, I don't know, figures of some sort that you can put on a shelf. And they're very true to the character. And the GameStop that I was at had like the breakaway like cardboard display. So I was glad to grab that too because it's Japanese. Like this almost feels like it would have been on a store shelf in Japan as I drop it. So very cool. Excited to get those and excited to get those listed on Mercari for anybody who's interested in snagging those. We'll leave a link to our Mercari store in our YouTube channel or on this on the description for this video. And then I was able to grab some more promos at Best Buy. Look at that. We scored big this time. We got two of the Espeon Obsidian Flames promos, two of the Bulbasaur 151 promos, and two of the Paradox Rift Slitherwing promos. So those will be going on TCG Player. So just another public service announcement. Don't forget to ask your GameStop and Best Buy stores if they have promos, because these are from Obsidian Flames. These are old, and they're still giving these away at my Best Buy. Same with the Bulbasaurs. So you never know. They might have them to give out still. So just don't hesitate to ask. So now we're getting into the meat of this video. I'm going to show off the 5 cards that we're going to send in on our first submission to PSA. And I have them in the semi-rigid holders. I'm going to take them out of the semi-rigids, but I'm going to leave them in the sleeves. So the first one on our list is the 151 Pikachu illustration rare. This is number 173 out of 165. I was really excited when I pulled this guy. I can't remember. This probably came out of a 151 ETB because I've pretty much only purchased ETBs for 151. We did get a Zapdos box, and we did get the poster box, the poster collection. But this was in one of our later ETBs. So I was thrilled to pull this guy. In my opinion, it looks pristine. There is a little tiny bit of white in this one corner, which I think you can see in the camera. I don't want to take it out of the sleeve, but yeah, you can see it. But I don't think it's bad enough that it's going to get it docked from the score. Like, it still looks extremely good. There's also a little bit of white in this corner, but it's again quite minor. I'm sorry for the glare. I just really don't want to take this out of the sleeve, but you can kind of see it there a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. It looks worse on the camera than it does in person. But the centering looks really good. Since this was freshly pulled out of a pack, there's no scratching on it or anything. It looks pack fresh. So, and as we all know, 151 has its issues with print quality, but there was no issues with this card at all. It's glorious. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Hold on a second. Let me see if... No, that doesn't look any better. I have a light. It's hard to say. What looks better here? I think I like the light on. Okay, but there's our Pikachu from 151, number 173. This is going to go in as number 1 on our submission. So for PSA, they tell you to only use... I'm having trouble with this one. Semi-rigids, which I have a love-hate relationship with semi-rigids. They're like a huge pain to get your cards in them. But at the same time, like, especially for hollows, they like definitely prevent your hollows from like deforming with time, like curving. Much better than top loaders, in my opinion. They also take up less space than a top loader because they're like thinner. So I like them. I prefer them to top loaders. They're also a lot bigger than top loaders. So like a semi-rigid binder is going to be way bigger than your top loader binder. So there's pros and cons to them. But for PSA, this is what you have to use. They don't even give you an option. They specifically say do not use a top loader. Okay, number 2 on our list is Raichu. This Raichu is from a Paldea Evolved. It was a cardboard sleeved booster pack from GameStop is what we pulled this guy in. And if you want to see me pull it, I pulled this in one of my earlier videos. I'll link to that video in the description of this video so you can see me pull it. I don't have a video of me pulling that Pikachu. That was kind of before I started filming these. But this Raichu also looks very, very good. Probably better than the Pikachu. I don't see any whites on any of the corners at all. It's centered very well. Like, I don't see any issues with centering on this guy. If anything, he might be slightly to the left by about a percentage or two, but it's very minor. So yeah, this is Raichu number 211 from Paldea. Well, I guess Paldea. I just watched a trailer for the DLC for Scarlet Violet, and they officially say Paldea, so I need to adjust the way that I'm pronouncing that. I like Paldea better, but that's just me. But again, this was pack fresh, no scratching on anything. Corners are perfect. Edging is perfect. Centering is nearly perfect. I'm really hopeful that this guy will get a 10. But as we know from other people's experiences, PSA is not consistent. So we shall see. Okay, number 3. I have a little story behind this one. We have Tulip from Paradox Rift. This is number 244. And this was our first major trainer pull from the Paradox Rift set. So today I had to run some errands, and Ariel had asked me to grab some sleeves, some Ultra Pro sleeves from our local card shop, so that way she could sleeve some cards that were getting ready for sale. And I came back only with the sleeves, and she was kind of bummed because I think she was expecting that I was going to come back with cards too, and I didn't. So I ended up running a couple more errands. I ran to Best Buy and GameStop, as I mentioned. Got all those promos from Best Buy, so that was worth the trip in and of itself. But right now for Black Friday, Best Buy has the blister of 3 packs of Paradox Rift and a promo card, either Arctibax or Sea Titan. And I grabbed one of those. Actually, the Best Buy employee grabbed one from me out of the back because I couldn't find them on the store floor. And she handed me this blister of 3 packs with Arctibax, which I was a little frustrated about because I wanted the Sea Titan one because we already have the Arctibax. But so I bring this home, and I also grabbed a Vivid Voltage pack at CVS. I stopped in at CVS because I've been hearing that you can get Evolving Skies at CVS. Unfortunately, mine did not have Evolving Skies, but I grabbed a Vivid Voltage pack. So she got to open 4 packs tonight, and this is what she pulled from the second Paradox Rift pack from that 3-pack blister. So we were really excited to finally get a secret rare trainer from Paradox Rift. We definitely want the Mila foremost, but we're not complaining about getting Tulip. So Tulip is pretty much perfect. There's a little bit of white in the corners. Let's see if I can capture it on the camera. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer on it. It's very minor. This is probably the worst corner. Again, super minor. So I'm hopeful about this one. I think she could get a 10, but we'll find out. I'm gonna be more excited to open these once they're back on video. Even more excited than doing this video beforehand. But that was our fun poll for the evening. Okay. 2 more. I've probably told you about this one in one of my other videos, but we've got our Chonkachu, our Rainbow Chonkachu, our Pikachu Vmax number 188 from Vivid Voltage. I pulled this out of a Charizard UPC. So we had purchased 3 Charizard UPCs. We've kept 2 sealed, likely to sell in the future as sealed product. And we decided to open one when we had a couple of our friends over one night. And I let him decide which box I was going to open. And so Jordan picked out a box for me, and I think the very first pack I opened was the Vivid Voltage pack that was in that UPC. And this Chonkachu, which has some dust in the sleeve, I like that. I got it. Nice. This guy is the pull from that Vivid Voltage pack that was in that Charizard UPC. And it is immaculate. I can't find a single thing wrong with this card. It's beautiful. So I'm hopeful about this card and how it will grade. And we are very excited to send this in and finally get an answer from PSA on this guy. So this has been my favorite card that I've pulled since I got back into this hobby. And I'm excited to get him sealed in some hard plastic from PSA. And then this was another really fun pull from Paldea Evolved. I can't remember where this came from. I don't know if this was an ETB. I think this was from an ETB. This is our Grusha number 268. This is a very cool card. This really makes you appreciate the character from Scarlet Violet and the theme around snow and you know, I think what is he doing in this picture? I don't even know. I haven't even looked at it that closely. But a very cool card, very cool illustration. And again, we believe it's pristine. The corners are perfect. The centering is perfect. This card is immaculate. So, very excited to send in these 5 cards. We picked out our top 5 cards in terms of what we think are the best in terms of their condition as well as potential resale value. We're not huge collectors. Like, we don't really keep much of our high value cards. We are more so in the business of selling them, so that way we can have more capital to buy more cards, to open more packs, to do more videos. That's where we show you what we're getting out of the packs, and then sending them in for grading, and then selling them. So we're unlikely going to keep any of these. So they'll eventually end up either on Mercari or TCG Player. Maybe eventually we'll even start listing them on our own website, so that way we can sell direct to you guys, eliminating the Mercari and eBay and TCG Player middlemen, to save some costs on fees and all that. So that's everything I have to show you today. But yeah, we're going to pack these up, and then we're going to ship them off to PSA, most likely tomorrow. And I'm just going to forget about them. I have a feeling it's probably going to be a couple months before we see them again. And when they come back, we'll open that box up on camera and we'll see what we get on the grades. So until that time comes, thanks again for watching our channel, checking out our posts on YouTube here. And while this is primarily focused on Pokemon stuff, again, we'll share things like this every now and then, because Block and Pixel is primarily just our nerd site, our nerd store, all things gaming. So we hope that you like that content too. Okay, everybody, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Until the next time.